got summer on my mind. Nowhere else, no Lord, take me downtown to you. You can show me love, but I can't take it. What I said was true.
All right, folks, welcome back. This is our midweek review. Man, the week is flying by. Like, it's soaring. And I got summer on my mind. Oh, man, I can't wait till it gets a little bit warmer. I don't usually like the heat, but I got, like, spring fever. I just want to get out in my Corvettes and just roll. All right, so we're looking at the daily chart of the dollar index. And I apologize for being a little bit later than I like to be. I was waiting for Bitcoin to hit its ICT target. 28,000 finally got breached. Sorry for your loss. If anybody in here has been holding, you went short. Congratulations. I don't trade it, so it's no skin off my back. But the dollar index, this thing is hanging around, and I'd like to think that it's going to pop up into the 104.50, maybe stretch its wings up into 105, and we'll see that euro dollar in a couple minutes. That's the reason why I think that might happen. Could be wrong, but that's what I think is likely to occur. On the hourly chart, you can see here we have a bit of a mess, and this is again why I don't want to be looking at Forex right now. I'm just not comfortable with what the market's providing in terms of structure. I don't want to be doing anything with these pairs. So again, that's why I'm focusing on index futures. I'm not abandoning Forex, okay? I'm not abandoning the foreign exchange market or currencies altogether. I'm just navigating, okay? And as much as you want me to go back to doing this, because this is what you want to be following, understand that I'm still teaching you price action with the index futures, okay? And the 15-minute time frame, just all over the place. You know, relative equal highs. They ran them aggressively, came back down here. A little bit of a seek and destroy type environment, but I don't have any interest at all in this at all. Really, I can't stress it enough. Euro dollar looks like we might want to fold over, and again, the objective down here. That's what I'm looking for, and that would probably spell a run above 105, 105.50-ish, something like that. And euro dollar hourly chart, again, just range bound, doing absolutely nothing. I'm not interested in this. I see nothing that would warrant my attention. So if I'm telling you that, why are you trading it? Stop trading this. All right, euro dollar 15-minute time frame. Again, high was ran. Small little fair value gap in here for a run for a rejection block. And I don't know if we'll run out this tonight in Asia going into London. But I'm looking for weaker prices on euro eventually, and then higher prices on dollar. Pound dollar daily chart, nice little run. Almost came right back up to our old imbalance. See that? It just falls short. You'll see it when we go on the lower time frame. But we had a nice little juice swing here, and then ran for level. I mentioned, go back and look at the previous recordings and your notes as to what that 122.517 level is. Next downside objective is 1.2076. Just fell short of it. Isn't that something? It would have been so pretty for it to touch that level. Boom, hit it and then go down. That would have been nice, but it didn't do it, so I can't really claim any kind of a precision element there. You might look at that and say, oh, that's precise, but to me, it has to touch it at least. I mean, I'd rather see it go above it 1 pip than just fall short of it, but that's okay. Relative equal highs. We ran through it. Aggressive run below the lows. And again, a little bit of seek and destroy. Low, high, lower low, higher high, and then tears off into the direction and the objective we were looking for as the next downside objective. Still, I wouldn't touch it. I know it sounds like how can you not want to be looking for these types of moves here? Like, why can't you get in and do that? Because the index features are easier. The setups are easier. The market structure is easier. And it's just better to trust that than these environments here. Don't worry, Forex will turn back around, but you got to give it time. I can't make it happen. Okay, just because I'm ICT doesn't make me have some power I can wield over these markets and all of a sudden get them in line. I can't do that. I have to submit to them just like anybody else does. All right, that brings us to the E-mini S&P futures June contract 2022. This is a 1-minute chart, and I kind of want to give you a little bit of an inside track mentorship level of what I shared on YouTube today. Obviously, I don't have to show you the execution part of it because that is on the YouTube channel. So the inside track as to what I was doing that won't be revealed over there. Okay. Consolidation, drops down, distribution, second level distribution, smart money reversal, accumulation, reaccumulation, old area distribution. Here's the curve. Here's the buy side of the curve. We rallied above it. Did we take out the high? No. It trades down, creates sell side liquidity, trades down into the imbalance, and old distribution now on the buy side of the curve becomes new accumulation. So that's what I'm using here. Looks like a bear fight to everyone else. Fair value gap coupled with that. Buy it. Order block. Buy it again. Rallies. I messed up in the video. I wish I would have moved this over here because you can see it actually hits this high, but I mentioned it in the commentary. That right there, that's what I'm talking about in the commentary, where it hits that wick. Hits it. I said I could have bought one more, so basically I did 4, 2, and I could have done 1 right here and then ran up into my objective here. I know I shouldn't have that in here, but it is what it is. And I hit the target, took 4 off there, traded down. I watched it go up here, and admittedly, I let it run to see if it would give me that pop over here, just to get some kind of exaggerated run. But it did complete the market maker buy model here in its narrowest of form. And ultimately, the stop loss was trailed up, and they took it out here. But that's not bad. We have the order block here and sell side. They ran that with the order block that set that run up here that I was not recording. I was working on charter member videos and stuff. So trying to get a couple of them done so that way I can start sharing them with you all next week and then get that part of this mentorship behind us. And this is what I was waiting for today. Otherwise, I would have been a little bit earlier. Relative equal lows, market maker sell model, second stage distribution. Boom. Big run. Drops down below 28,000. Does it feel good? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I didn't make any money on this. It's just street cred. And I'm just being funny right now. I don't really care about this asset class. Like I mentioned before, like I said, it makes no difference to me. I don't really care about it. I know a lot of you in here do trade it. And if you've lost money here, just know and remember, it wasn't because of me. I was trying to warn you. And here's where we're at. So, does it continue going lower? Man, I wouldn't want to be buying it. Let's put it that way. And if it goes down below 25,000, I think we're going to dip below 20. And that's where it becomes interesting. Does it go completely careening below 20,000? I know some of you just can't imagine that happening, but you probably didn't imagine this happening either. Okay, so that's kind of like what happens when you kind of like marry the vein. I've done this before, folks. I've looked at certain markets and I thought for sure it was going to do certain things, and you know, it sucks. I know, but you know, it's not the end of the world. So that's why you have to trade these things and not look at them as buy and hold, because it'll kill you. It's very volatile, and it makes really no sense for me to be trading it, even though sizable moves, I can see them coming. I have no interest in them because I can find sizable moves in assets that I trust. Index futures, Forex, commodities, that type of thing. So anyway, I don't ever want to talk about crypto again. And I think this should be like the final chapter in it. Like, I don't want to talk about it again. I don't care if it goes to zero. I don't care if it goes to 100,000 or a million. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. So if you all, as my community here, would refrain from asking me an email or prompting me in the forums and your user groups, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. And I don't want to be viewed as being rude, but I absolutely have no interest in this. It's kind of like penny stocks to me. I don't want to even dabble in it or even discuss it anymore. So hopefully, you guys got something out of the most recent, view on it. But if I was to be constantly talking about it, you would see I'd get it wrong a lot. It's not like my Forex commentary. It's not like my index futures commentary, where I'm pretty dialed in. Here, I'm not. Okay. And it's not going to be something that I want to strive to be improving on. So hopefully, we've closed this chapter in at least my opinion about crypto. So that is going to be it. Short, sweet. YouTube video tomorrow may not take place. So, if you're in here looking for that to happen like it normally does, that's why I kind of like tossed an extra one on today, because I may not be able to do it tomorrow. I have personal things I have to take care of, but I'll obviously talk to you, Lord willing, on Friday for our weekend commentary. And until then, obviously, be safe.